Welcome to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Badass Direct Sales Mastery is a podcast for rockstar direct sales moms who are determined to make their business kick ass. Jennie will share her knowledge of effective sales and recruiting techniques, tips to get what you want from your business, and will interview direct sales professionals and leaders from various companies. The interviews will give insight to how these rock stars got to where they are and where they plan to grow in the future. And now, the direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger.
Welcome back to another episode of Badass Direct Sales Mastery. I'm your host, your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger, helping you whip your business into shape. And today I have with me my new friend, Sam Hyndrich, because she and I met. I know you're going to be shocked. You're going to be totally shocked. I met Sam through BNI. But when we met, we immediately clicked, had an amazing one-to-one. And I said, girl, I need to get you on my podcast to talk about this. So let me tell you a little bit about Sam before we get started. So Sam Hyndrich is the founder of Your Accountability Bestie and a badass in all things goal setting. She is the coach that helps cut through all of her clients' bullshit excuses and get down to the nitty gritty of their goals. She's like your bestie that will be your biggest cheerleader and call you out when you're on the road to self-sabotage. Don't we all need that? Yeah. If you don't have someone like Sam, you should. Sam, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, buddy. Yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my God. So I've been having fun watching what you have going on your social media since we had our one-to-one. But why don't you share with the audience, how did you get to where you are today? How did you become the accountability bestie?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I had no idea I was going to be here, as you know, most of us in life. I've had many seasons. But honestly, I think it really started whenever I was a stay-at-home mom. So I have a 9-year-old daughter now, and I did the stay-at-home mom and wife thing, and I pretty much lost myself in that. I really became mom and wife, and I lost Sam in there. So I started, the typical fitness journey and all of those things. And it really unlocked such a passion for me. And I just naturally an outgoing person. I'm very much an extrovert, as you know. But with that, I had so many people coming to me like, oh my gosh, Sam, you're doing incredible. Look at this. I lost 50 pounds in the whole process. Yeah. So I had friends coming to me wanting me to help them. And eventually I just got, my coaching certification, started working with people on their fitness and wellness goals. And then I'm like finding that it's not really like fitness that they're struggling with. It's not nutrition. It's more time management, lifestyle, all of the things that make up their life. And I'm like, okay, what does this look like? So we're just ever evolving, always finding that. But yeah, it's been a kind of a journey.
Oh, that's so cool. And so first of all, congratulations. Already anybody who's listening missed out on me clapping for you and cheering for you here. But those who are watching us on YouTube got to see all of that funness. Congratulations on doing that and keeping that going, because that right there is what many people are looking for, is that last 10 pounds that they can't get rid of, or the 20 pounds or the 50 pounds that just seems so overwhelming to get through the process of releasing. I'm not going to say losing it, because that's a whole other mindset shift.
Right.
But releasing that and getting to the place where they want to be.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. Oh my gosh. So in becoming the accountability bestie, so what are the things that you started doing to really help your clients have those same stories? What's that accountability piece that you unlocked with people that you're working with?
I think it really is just like talking to them as humans, that I want to know the things. Tell me the dirt. This is a very intimate thing that we're talking about. This is your entire lifestyle. So unlocking the part with them where it's like, yeah, That's where the bestie comes in. That's where, like, I'm the one that's not going to judge you. I'm the one that you can tell the stuff that you think other people are judging you for. Like, I'm the safe space. So
Good.
for me, I'm like, I don't want to be your regular personal trainer,
Mm-hmm.
that you see 45 minutes twice a week, once a week, whatever it is. There's no actual accountability in that. I want to be the one that's like checking in on you at 8 o'clock at night because I know that's when your sweet tooth is kicking in. And I know that's when you put the kids to bed. So then your night is winding down and you're kind of on, like I said, the road to self-sabotage. So finding those things, it's very customizable. I'm like, what are the hard parts of your day? That's some of the main questions that I ask my clients.
Yeah.
What's the hard shit? Tell me that. I want to deal
Yes.
with those things because that's what's keeping you from advancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can literally feel people in the audience going, oh my God, I need this. I need that. Right. Because what came up for me as you were talking about that was the trend that's going around on social media right now, which is we listen and we don't judge.
Yes, I love it.
Right.
I love it.
Like that totally needs to be like your next series
Yep.
of social media videos for your brand because that's totally true. I do the same thing in my coaching practice, which is even if somebody's part of a group coaching program,
Mhm.
what I tell them is they always have access to me for private one-on-one conversations because I believe that as a coach, we cannot help them if we don't know the private things that they aren't willing to share in front of other people. And
Yes.
we have to be able to have a space to share it safely. They know that I'm not going to judge them on it because I
Mhm.
never go, oh, well, that sucks. Well, that was a stupid idea. No, it's like, oh, okay. Well, that was a choice you made,
Yeah.
right?
That was a choice. Tomorrow's a new day though. Okay,
Yeah,
so let's
exactly.
let's get
So,
back on it.
what's the choice you're going to make instead moving
Yep.
forward? Like,
Yep.
for business wise or sales or sponsoring or leadership, whatever it may be. In your case, it's that opportunity because, yeah, there really are hard things, shameful things that people don't want to share about what they know that they're doing that's impacting
Mhm.
their personal health.
Yeah. Well, and even if it's not something that they're doing to self-sabotage, it really is like, I want you to know that I see you. I see the woman in there that's just trying her best and she's putting other people first. And she has to run around and get the kids and take them to practice. And, then they're eating McDonald's and all of those things. And then she's going to bed and still not feeling fulfilled for whatever reason, even though she has all of these incredible things in front of her. It's like, I still see you though. Like I
Yeah.
was you. I
Hmm.
very much was you. And there's still parts of me that are that woman, but like you just gotta keep going because you're
Hmm.
worth it. I want to be the coach that's going to constantly tell you, okay, yeah, you messed up. Like you're not super proud of, not keeping to your schedule or being late to a meeting, whatever it is that we're working on together, even outside of fitness and nutrition. I want
Right.
to still be like, okay, cool. There's still all the rest of our life. Let's just continue to be a little bit better every
Yeah.
day because these goals are huge,
Right.
So it's like, how can we break this down into what I call digestible chunks? Because it's so
Mm.
appealing. It sounds so appealing whenever I say it that way.
Well, in health and fitness world, digestible is a thing,
Yep.
food, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
But so I'm like, yeah, we all have really big goals, but
Yeah.
like, stop getting in your way. You're getting in your way by not actually embracing who you are and just feeling all of the emotions that come with it. And also, like, this is who I am. I want to be the person that's accepting of that. This is a safe space that we're creating here.
Mm.
I
That is so
know.
freaking juicy. Oh my gosh,
I
right?
love it.
I say that because last week I was on the marketers cruise. So we're recording this in January. This is coming out, I don't know, sometime in February, March. I don't know. Whenever people are listening to it, because they could be listening to this 5 years from now, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's what's
I'm
so
not
great.
going anywhere, right? But last week I was on the marketer's cruise, and one of the things that I did on the marketer's cruise was I had the opportunity to work with some people who really helped heal a part of me that has been struggling with my worthiness for decades at this point. And only recently, in the past 5 years, have I really been working on that. But I was kind of patching it together,
Okay.
doing little
Yeah.
things. And I had the opportunity to work with someone who, in the course of a day of just hanging out together and them working with me and their special magic, I came out of it like I was able to finally release and heal that part that was keeping me from feeling the worthiness. And one of the things that I've said over and over again since I came back from the cruise, because I work with my own business coach, Virginia Muskies. And one thing that we do at the beginning of all of our sessions is, what are 2 words? And like the first session we came back from the cruise, my 2 words were Jennie's back. And she was like, oh, girl, I missed you. I feel you. I see you are back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you did, but we need to talk because,
Yeah.
we were each running our own things on the cruise, right? So that worthiness piece really, I want to point out how important that piece is that you're helping people with, because that was subconsciously sabotaging me and my own business and my own success for the past couple of years, really hardcore, because it's one of those things. Have you seen that video of the lady who puts the jar and she puts some big balls and little ping pong balls and little whatever's in it? She pours water in the jar and she goes, this is the inner work you're doing. And all of those balls are all of the shitty thoughts and beliefs
Yeah.
that you have about yourself. And as you do your inner work, they keep bubbling to the top. They keep coming to the top. They keep coming to the top. And you're like, but I'm doing all this work, right? And I was
Mhm.
like, that's what was happening to me for the past 2 years. I've been doing the work and it kept bubbling up, but I wasn't doing the right work
Yeah.
with the right people. And that is
Yeah.
what is so freaking important, why people need someone like you.
Well, and I think you really hit the nail on the head with that of like with the right people. That's what's so cool about humans is we all have different perspectives.
Yeah.
And sometimes someone will tell you something and you're just not hearing it because of who this person is, whatever it may be, a bias, anything like that. But if you hear the same thing from a different person, it's almost like you can hear it with a different set of ears. Like
Yes.
for my clients specifically, a lot of them are married moms, things like that. All of these people in their lives are telling them that they're great. They're telling them that they're beautiful and all of that. They're not hearing them. They're not really hearing them as much as they will hear it from an outside perspective.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're learning these things about each other. I work very, very closely with my clients. We get very, very tight. And I'm like, for some reason, with these relationships that I build with them, it's a partnership that we're
Yeah.
building. They hear this with a different set of ears. They're hearing that they're worthy, that these things are definitely within their grasp, that they are a deserving person. And I love that.
Mm.
It's like that's where that connection with people comes into play. And I love that you had that. That's a good experience.
And I point this out just because it is such a thing that people just aren't used to hearing as something that's holding them back. Like, you're doing the wrong thing in your business, or you don't have the right knowledge. You don't have enough knowledge yet. You don't have, like, they think it's all these other things when really it's internal and they just
Mhm.
need that other person. Cause like you said, their spouse is telling them they're beautiful. Their kids are telling them they're wonderful, that they're a great mom, that they're whatever. They're not hearing it because you're my spouse. So you're supposed to say I'm beautiful,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
It's totally different when you hear it from somebody else. But oh my gosh. So, what are some of the things that you end up providing for people that they didn't anticipate when they hired you? Like, what are the things you hear from people that they're like, oh my God, I hired you because of this, but what I got out of working with you was this?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So 9 times out of 10, the things that I end up working on with my clients is time management. I had no idea that we would get there. Honestly,
Right.
whenever I got my training certification, and health, wellness, all those things, I had no idea that I would be building block schedules with people and being like, okay, just pretend you're in high school again.
Right.
Pretend that you have to be somewhere. Make appointments with yourself. Give yourself the proper amount of time to complete a task so that you're not late every day. And then you're building on your excuses because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, your excuse is going to be that you didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
There's not, because that's everyone's excuse. There's not enough time in a day. I don't know a single person that's bored in life.
No.
I know plenty of people who are chaotic and running around like chickens with their heads cut off. And it's hard to maintain that and then still invest time in yourself. So
Right.
it's like, okay, they're thinking that they're hiring me for fitness coaching. I'm building, their workout plans. I'm helping them with their nutrition. But the next thing you know, I'm like, okay, but like, where did your time go today? They have no idea.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I was actually just coaching somebody on something like that similarly yesterday. And one of the things that I found incredibly helpful for me, so feel free to steal this if it works for you, if you
Yes,
like this.
yes.
I quit calling it time management.
Okay. What
The
do you call it?
reason being, we have zero control over time. Time moves forward no matter what we do.
Okay.
So subconsciously, when we call it time management, our brain goes, yeah, right. You know
True.
what I mean? Right.
True.
So I call it Jennie management,
I
right?
love that.
So for you, it'd be Sam management. We're not
Hmm.
calling it time management because I can't change time, but I can control me,
Yep. Yep.
right? And for those who are listening right now, who are in a network marketing business, the benefit there is when you can control you, when you do what you tell you to do, you are leading yourself. That makes the idea of leading others
Hmm.
much easier to believe because you're like, well, I do what I say I do,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Because you're not controlling time.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true. But I have clients all the time that are saying things like, I lose time. They are completely not present. That's the world that we live in.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's so fast paced and everyone is, no
Doom
one's,
scrolling.
yes,
And
yes.
they're like, I'm just going to get on Facebook or social media for like 5 minutes. 2 hours later.
Yeah. Across the screen, it flashes. And it's like, I get it. I love scrolling just like anybody else. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong. That's how I turn my brain off because
Yes.
it's active up in here.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, first step, let's look at how long you were on your phone this week. Pull that up. Send me a screenshot, and that'll really tell me where you were spending your time.
Oh, I don't
Okay,
want to do it. I don't want to do
you're
it. I
right,
don't want
right?
to
So it's like
do it.
there's that little bit of like, ooh, she caught me. She caught me kind of thing,
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing exactly what I said I was going to do. I'm going to call you out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And again, that comes down to the me management, right? Because then
Yeah.
once you start seeing, you can't change the behaviors you don't see happening,
Yeah.
right? And that screen time screenshot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah.
how many people are getting ready to go check their screen
Right.
time after this episode
All
is
right,
over?
everybody, send it to my email.
Uh-huh.
Let me take a look at
Yeah.
what your screen time was. Send the
Yep.
screenshots over.
Exactly. Now, my question for you is, does it also tell you where you spent your time? Like you spent,
Yes.
oh,
Yes.
heart attack.
Yes. So it'll show like I spent 6 hours this week in Gmail, but I
Mhm.
spent 13 hours on TikTok. And I'm like, girl, come
Mm-hmm.
on. But also like don't ask to see mine because I like, yeah, just don't ask.
No, it's not
This
about dual accountability. No,
this
no,
is
no,
not
no.
about me. This is
Right.
not about me.
No,
No, but I'll have
we
my
are
phone
real people
playing in
too.
the background and all of that. And that's exactly what they say. It's like, oh, well, I listened to it in the car and blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Yeah.
I see you. I see you. Let's be real with each other here. I get it. I
Yes.
love TikTok too.
Right. Yes. And that's something you can't really and should not be doing driving, y'all.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But
Exactly.
if you're a
Let's,
if you're a passenger in the car, totally fine. That's cool.
yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Be safe. That's the most important piece. So, I absolutely love this conversation about accountability because I really do think it's a piece that a lot of people know that they need to do and they don't always believe in accountability, especially because, at least in my experience in the world of network marketing and entrepreneurship in general. Okay. So this does not just happen in network marketing. I'm telling y'all, this happens in other coaching programs that I see with people who are not in network marketing. Okay. But that accountability buddy piece, right? That might be part of a coaching program and they don't see it working. So then they think accountability doesn't work. So, what's the difference between being in an accountability partnership with someone like that versus working with an accountability coach like you?
Well, I think that like if you're working, say you just have an accountability buddy that's like your friend,
Hmm.
like, oh, this is the person that I go to the gym with. They are also the ones that need accountability.
Yeah.
So it's like whenever you have that of, oh, well, if they don't go, I'm not going to go, or they had a meeting, so I can't go alone, I'm uncomfortable, whatever. I'm the one I mean, I'm making this my life. I'm setting
Hmm.
reminders on my own phone to remind you to drink your water. This
Yes.
this is my passion. This is what I want to be doing with my life. This is where I thrive.
Yes.
And that's where the hype girl comes in. And a lot of it does come down to discipline. If you're working with an accountability buddy and they're also lacking in discipline, look at that. Now you both
Yeah.
are further away from your goals than you could have been if you had someone that was actually like, okay, you're
Hmm.
saying you're working the meal plan. Send me a picture of everything that you eat today. Or I actually meet up with my local clients, right?
Yeah.
I actually meet up with my local clients in person with some of my packages. So we're walking through workouts together. We're doing body scans together. I'm right there with you. So it's not
Mm.
for my local people, it's not entirely virtual. My packages go off of how much accountability do you actually need? If you
Smart.
just need a little bit, okay, cool. I'll check in with you once a week and I trust that you're on it. But I have clients with eating disorders. So we're talking about when, like I said, when are your idle hands? When are you struggling the most in the day? That's when I'm talking to you. Other
Yeah.
people they're at their kids' practice, they're doing all the other things. I'm
Right.
building these packages around when do you need me the most?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. See, and
Yeah.
that's the difference between the accountability partnership
Mm-hmm.
and an accountability
And
coach,
accountability.
right?
Well,
It's
and then
literally your
even,
business.
yep. And then even your accountability bestie too.
Yeah.
Because God, I want you to win. I want you to win so much because
Yeah.
that's a win for me.
Yes, exactly. I mean, if people, I think everybody understands how coaches feel, especially in the world of network marketing. Anybody who's in network marketing, we know that feeling
Mhm.
when one of our customers calls us and says, "Oh my gosh, thanks to you, my kid is sleeping now because you sold me that oil." Like, we are, that feeling is how we as coaches feel when our
Mhm.
clients have a win. I
Yep.
mean, we are not just coaches. I keep this here on purpose and I haven't shown it because video podcast is a new thing to me, but I literally have purple pom
I
poms that I
love that.
keep because I'm not just a coach, I'm your cheerleader.
Yep.
Oh my
That's so
gosh.
on brand for you, Jenny. That's so on brand for you. I love that.
Right. But it also helps that one of my bonus daughters went to Northwestern University. So I got her for free when I went to
Yeah.
a football game one time. But I was like, oh,
Yeah.
purple
Yeah.
pom poms. Yeah.
Well, but like you said, it like sparks something in us.
Hmm.
Whenever one of my people has a win and they're trying to downplay it, I'm like, no, this is a win. Like, what are you talking about? We're going to celebrate this.
Yeah. Remove the word just from your
Yeah.
vocabulary. Oh, I
Yeah.
just did that. Shh.
I know I could have, or there's room for improvement. And I'm like, yeah, all of those things can still be true, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about that was awesome. That was awesome. And the fact that you did that. I have been working with some women for the last couple of weeks, and I had most of them. So the average weight loss for them was 6.5 pounds in 2 weeks with me. And yeah, and I'm like, I wish you could see me right now. I'm jumping up and down. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you because they're saying things like, that wouldn't have happened without you. That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't helped me with XYZ. And I'm like, see, this is necessary. This is needed. You just need people in your corner and it can change literally everything.
Yeah. Oh, love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So, speaking of getting you in somebody's corner, you have been extremely generous in offering up an amazing option for the Badass crew, the listeners of the Badass Direct Sales Mastery podcast. Tell us about the accountability starter pack option that you are
Yeah.
putting out for the listeners.
Yeah, so we're in the season of new year, new me, you
Mm-hmm.
know, resolutions and things like that. It's what is it, January 24th now, like
Yep.
we said. But a lot of people are probably already falling off of what their resolutions were.
Mm-hmm.
The statistics just show that, you know.
Yep.
But with your listeners, I'm going to give them the accountability starter pack, and that's 2 weeks with me. So we're going to do a free consultation. We're going to get to know each other over Zoom and really figure out, like, okay, what's stopping you from
Mm.
doing the things that you want to be doing? What's stopping you from growth, from advancing in your career, advancing in your health, whatever it may be? Because I'm not just a fitness coach.
Right.
It's all around lifestyle for me. I want to talk about that for 2 weeks and see, okay,
What
did
can
this work
happen?
for you? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did this work for you? Do you see a value in having someone in your corner, like we said?
I
Yeah.
love
What
this.
can we accomplish in 2 weeks together? I want to
Uh,
challenge you, you know?
I love that. So, you also have said it's for the first 5 people who reach out to you. So, fast action takers,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
y'all, I would encourage you, if you're even thinking about doing this and taking Sam up on this, reach out to her. Please do not assume that all 5 have been taken.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're listening to this 5 years from now. We're recording this in 2025. If you're listening to this in 2028, 2030, she may still have some available because there are people, I know it's shocking. There are people who listen to my podcast who don't do anything with all of the offers that I make available to them. They don't step forward. And
Yeah.
all you have to do for this is click a link that I have in the show notes, y'all, that's going to take you to fill out a form. And she's going to reach out and let you know, because you just have to let her know, I heard you on the Badass Direct Sales Mastery podcast. And she's going to tell you, guess what? You're the 3rd out of 5,
Mm-hmm.
or 2nd or 1st or 5th, whatever. And even if you're not, you're thinking about this could be something beneficial for you. So I highly encourage you. Badass crew, you already know how to get to the show notes, the episode notes down here. YouTubers, under the video, right here, like down here,
Yeah.
right? But if you're brand spanking new and you're listening on an audio podcast platform without a video, you can't see us pointing down below the video, right? What I want you to do is grab your phone, as long as you're not driving, click on today's episode and scroll under Sam's beautiful picture, and you'll see the link there to find out if you are one of the first 5 getting the accountability starter pack, 2 weeks of working with Sam, to see what can you get done in 2 weeks. And guys, if you do this, I'm going to sweeten the pot. I'm going to make it better. If you reach out to Sam and you do the 2 weeks, I will also throw in not my normal 30 minutes of complimentary business coaching. I'll do a full hour if you do 2 weeks with Sam.
Okay.
Right?
There's no losers here. We love this.
No, I'm going to make this better. So
We
if
love
you do
this.
2 weeks with Sam, and then the 2 of you reach out to me and be like, hey, Susie Smith just completed 2 weeks with me, I'm going to send you a link for a whole hour of coaching with me focused on you and your business, your network marketing business, your leadership, whatever it is you want to talk about. I got you. We're going to help you through it. So, Sam, we are going to make some difference in 2025 or beyond, whenever, because I'm going to hold that. The first 5 people who do Sam's program and then come to me, like, y'all, you're getting a twofer.
Right? A dynamic duo situation.
Right.
Who
Your
wouldn't want to
accountability
take it?
bestie and a badass.
Oh,
I mean, come on. Oh my God.
I love it. I love it.
All right. Badass crew. What do you think? Is Sam amazing or what? If you think she's amazing, even if you don't want 2 weeks with her, please reach out and tell her. So, Sam, what's your Instagram so they can reach out and tell you how awesome you are?
Your Accountability Bestie.
The link is in the show notes.
Doesn't get easier. It really doesn't get easier, honestly.
So if you're on Instagram, reach out on Instagram, follow her and tell her how awesome she was on the show. Tell her what nuggets you took away. And of course, as always, express gratitude. Gratitude is the highest vibration of wonderfulness on this planet, and it will get you everywhere in life just by being grateful. So thanks, Sam, for what she's taught you today by reaching out. And of course, check and see if there's still availability. Maybe you could get 2 weeks of Accountability Bestie services. I want to see that.
Yep. And if not, my consultations are always free. So I will always have a conversation and see if we're a good fit for each other and just here. I just want to talk to people. I want to connect.
I love that. And so, of course, thank you, Sam, for being here. This has been huge. I really felt that there were a lot of people who had some shifts in the way they think about things. And so I hope that means that they're also going to be reaching out to you as well. So thank you for being here. I so appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. This was awesome. This was so good. I'm so appreciative.
See? Gratitude, y'all. Gratitude. It's amazing. And of course, Badass Crew, thank you for listening to, oh my God, by the time you're listening, this is probably like 330th episode. Holy crap, y'all. Thank you for being here and listening for you, investing your time in yourself and your business moving forward. And of course, Badass Crew, you know how this goes. Stay tuned because there's another badass episode on its way.
Thanks for listening to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Why are you waiting to go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com? Don't make the dom get her whip. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to share it with another rock star that you know in direct sales after you subscribe to the podcast so you won't miss any future episodes. You can also check out the show notes for links and any contact information mentioned in today's episode. We'll see you next time.